Hello, welcome to Kevin's Point of View. I am Kevin. First of all, I'd like to thank all the kind, I'd like to thank everyone for the kind words they've sent me since I've joined various um, groups for visually impaired support groups. Um, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to watch my video. Uh, this video, Kevin's Point of View, is geared towards giving you insight into my life when I've lost my sight, December the 11th, 2013, due to prolonged neglect of excessively high blood pressure. So that means if you have high blood pressure, get it checked, get it under control, because you can lose your sight. And from that point forward, life being visually impaired, going to school for the visually impaired in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and learning to live life as a visually impaired person. How I interact with people, how I live my life with my wife, how I live life with my children, how I live life with my friends, family members, and associates. It's a difference. It's a big difference. And this video, this channel is geared towards showing how I deal with it and still do my best to maintain my sanity. Today, once again, thank you for tuning in. You could be doing anything in the world, but thank you for watching me right now. Today, we're going to discuss me going to the school for the visually impaired in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I had a few reservations about going there because I've never been around people who were visually impaired before. I didn't know what to expect, and I didn't know what they were expecting of me. I was in my 40s, and I had not been in any kind of school setting since the summer of '91. So school was like the furthest thing from my mind. But my wife, fiance then, made me make a promise to her that if I wanted to make a go with her, marriage and all that stuff, I would have to learn how to live independent, learn how to cook, clean, wash clothes, travel, and do other sorts of things, have my independence, if you will. So that's it. So here we go. I first went to the school in Kalamazoo. Well, let me back up. First, I went to a week-long seminar that they had for the visually impaired. It was at the Doubletree, downtown Detroit. And you would go down there for a week, and they would introduce you to life as a person living with visually impairment. Taught you how to use your cane, taught you how to fill Braille, taught you how to eat, being visually impaired. That's a task, because your mouth, it seems as though your mouth is just right there. You be able to grab a fork and scoop your peas or your spinach or whatever. They stick it right in your mouth. Well, there's a little more to it than that, because you can't see your mouth, and your mouth will seem to move on you, side to side, up and down, and you, wow, You have more food on your clothes than you have in your mouth or on your plate. So they taught us how to walk around the hotel with our red and white cane. Taught us how to make things with our hands. Taught us how to look up various technology, how to use technology or whatever. And they taught us a few real nifty things, but really just whet our appetite to go to the school in Kalamazoo. So I put my name on the list, and about maybe a month later, I was off to Kalamazoo. I was living with my parents at the time. And I went off to Kalamazoo. I was in Kalamazoo for about 6 months. When I first got up there, they took me, well, first I got out of the cab or whatever, and they took me to my room. I had it's the campus is set up like a college. So you have your own room, and it's like a dorm, but you have your own separate room where you have a shower, bathtub, a sink, toilet. Then you have a desk and chair where you do your homework and your studies or whatever. Then you have a lamp sitting by your bed and a desk sitting by your bed with a drawer. Then you have your bed, which and the bed is a single bed, single, real thin mattress. Is real dorm like, yeah. And then you have a closet that you open both doors and you put your clothes in, and then it has shelves in there for your shoes and underwear and what have you. So I moved a few things that I had and I put it in there. Then I went downstairs and I walked around, tried to make myself familiar with the facility. And they have a cafeteria and a little study area in the back with the computers in the back of the cafeteria. Then they have a gym with bikes, stationary bikes, the big blue ball. Of course, I know the color is blue because they told me it was blue. The big ball that you do yoga on and you stretch on or whatever. Then they had a chin-up bar and they had dumbbells that went from 1 pound all the way up to 25 pounds. They had a punching bag, speed bag, and a Bowflex machine device that was similar to a Bowflex machine. And they had elliptical machine, like cross-country skier. And the gym was open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I made my way around. They had two laundry areas, one on the second floor and one on the first floor. Well, my room was on the second floor. And they have a library also, and various classrooms with different things in there, different classes, and with Braille and nutrition class and computer knowledge class where they teach you how to use the computer. And it's a really good program, really, really good, So the next day, I came downstairs, I had my cane, and I went down the stairs. I didn't use the elevator, but I used the elevator, I used the stairs. So I went down the stairs, and I made my way into the cafeteria. That was an experience, because you wait in line. Maybe you get up front, they'll tell you what they have for on the menu. And you get your food, and then you go over to the right, where they have tea or coffee, and all the way over to the far right, there's a refrigerator where they have various milks, 10%, 2% skim milk, buttermilk, and water. So I grabbed water and my plate, and I hit my cane on the floor and try to find my way around to an available seat. And that's day one. Sit there next to people from all walks of life. Some people had some sight. Some people were completely blind. And other folks had been blind since birth. And other folks like me lost their sight when they were an adult. And it's all variations of sight loss. And that was interesting in itself because some of the stories would just rip your heart right out your chest. Anytime you think you're doing bad, just take a look over your shoulder because someone would love to be in the situation you're in. So, whatever you're going through, is two things. It can be worse, and if you stay in it, it will get better. So, keep pushing forward, keep a positive mind state, and whatever you're in, you can get out of it. So, after breakfast, it was time to go to my first class. And that was my introduction to that facility. We met in the library, and the instructors introduced themselves, and got my little curriculum, if you will. And he told me what I'll be taking, and if I need to make any adjustments to it. And I made a couple of adjustments, but I wanted to first of all learn computer skills and learn how to cook. They had a big kitchen, and you not only do you cook, but you clean your own pots and pans and whatever you left. You clean your own pots and pans, and whatever you use to cook with, you have to clean it and you have to put it up, which is excellent because it gives you that independence. And yeah, that was the end of that. I finished all my classes. Then I went to the gym, worked out. Then after that, I was sweating real bad, so I went back to my room, and that was my introduction to the visually impaired school in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Once again, thank you for your time. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and stay focused on positivity. Positivity will get you out of every ugly, bad, negative situation you're in. You can't win no race that you quit. Can't win no fight that you quit. You can't win anything if you quit. Stay strong, endure to the end. Since I don't have my sight, I will continue this walk by faith. God bless.